Hey, how's it going, everybody? So what I'm gonna be working on today, it's most likely gonna be pretty relaxed and laid back stream. Depends as like people start crawling in here and the questions start firing off. What I'll be working on, and I'll probably repeat it again as people come in, is flats for these 3 pages of Jessup King, and then what I'm really hoping to do is finish the color altogether. So that's like adding the shading and stuff like that. Process is like this stuff here. It's usually pretty quick. It's just tedious. Like in the style that I normally do flats in. For a little while there, we had James. I was hiring somebody to do the flats, and currently, I just wanted to get back into doing it myself. He did a tremendous job. And again, and I've said this before, but if anybody needs somebody to do any flats, reach out to me. I'll get you in contact with James, and he'll do a bang up job. But just to put this in context with what I'm doing here, the way I do them personally is a little bit different than I guess how you would traditionally do them. It's just more for function. I'm not looking for perfection. I think it's a little easier when you're doing your own stuff because then you can kind of see what you need to do, right? And you know what steps you can skip in order to, move along with some speed. Hey, Pillowhead, how's it going? AK, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. So the first thing I'll do, these are the 3 pages here that we're going to be coloring. They're all linked up, ready to go. Is I like to do them pretty much by character. So you'll see we've got this character here, Jessup, and he's all in blue. And then I use that as I guess like a cropping layer or a reference layer, I think it's called in, yeah, clip at layer below. That's what it's called in Clip Studio. So that way, any colors that we add on top here, they'll never go outside. So if I were to draw, just so you can kind of see an example, like I can't, it's out here, but you'll never see it. Pillowhead. I did my first flatting and used the colors the client provided me, and she still said I got it wrong. Well, yeah, I mean, I think everybody's got their own way of doing flats. Like when James was doing flats for the last few pages for me, it was all one big thing, right? Like it's all just one flat layer, which I think is normal. I'm not used to it because I've got my way of doing it, but I mean, I hope honestly, for your sake, that she at least, if you guys are working on anything in the future, or if you're just doing that one thing, lets you know what it is that you did wrong. Sometimes it's just people prefer a certain layer structure, naming, color. Some people they like, they prefer to get all of the flats the right color when you do them, and some people, with what I was doing, was I didn't care if it was the right color. I just need the selection, like the size of it all. But some people they want you to put that little extra in there so they don't have to do that work, which is fine. Somebody's paying you, you know. If it's for free, well, forget it. Who cares? Well, I missed a lot. You can see these little like white specks in here. I guess I was too zoomed out to see these. You did it. Hey, Justin, how's it going, buddy? Pillhead, no, I did it in the format she preferred, but she said I got the color wrong. Oh, so she wanted you to use the right colors. See? That's what I'm saying. Oh well. Like, don't get me wrong. If I like with James when I was hiring him there, if he used the right colors, that's awesome because it saves me from having to go in there and adjust, like go in there and adjust the colors, right? But everybody works a little different. Easiest $5. I'm good. Thanks. Thanks for asking. Well, that's weird. She didn't get back to you at all, or you just took the money and ran kind of thing? Was it just like one thing, or did she want you to do like a whole bunch of stuff? Like multiple pages and things? Yeah, that Lost Echo, how's it going? Is saying something that could be true. Maybe she was just looking at a different monitor that wasn't color corrected, or Pillowhead did the same. Who knows? Color man can be a bitch. Hey, so let's talk some video games. If anybody wants to talk video games, anybody in here like Destiny? I was just actually talking to my brother a little bit earlier today. I played Destiny, the first one, on PS4 for like a little bit, and then I stopped because there's a few friends that were playing, and I don't make a lot of time to play games, or they do, which is totally fine. So they were like max level before I was, so I was still going through like the entry level content. Anyway, so Destiny 2's coming out, and I figured, hey, what was it about the first one I didn't like, and get to play it back. So I've been maybe playing like an hour a night the last few nights. It's been great. I'm really digging it. So the question, anyway, that I'm going to get to here is there anybody else that's like a fan of Destiny or anything? You guys interested in the new one coming out? Anybody picking it up? Pillowhead's not a fan. There's no story. Yeah, that's true. AK is about to get Destiny 2 to play. Oh, okay. Well then, you know what? Here, actually, AK, can you private message people in here? Oh, here. I'm gonna send you a message over G Talk right now. One sec. I believe this is my PSN. It's the worst ever. I don't know if we're connected or not, but feel free to add me if you want, man. And we can play. I'm pretty sure you got a PS4, right? So we can play on that. Justin, John, thanks for your scan. Oh, awesome. Glad that helped, buddy. You love Destiny 2. You're getting it too. You're getting the second one as well. Right on. Cool. I just want, like, I'd love to be able to play some more MMOs and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to upsell Destiny as like this amazing MMO, but as much as I love role-playing games and fighting games, those are like my two favorite genres. A good shooter is always nice, in my opinion. something you can get in, get out. Just shoot some people, level up. It's like a quick shot of dopamine. You just want a little break or something. You can just fire up, do some multiplayer, and get out. But anyway, saying all that, at least what I'm finding so far, and I haven't experienced a lot of the first Destiny at all. So I'm kind of going through it right now, and I'm like, wow, there's some fun here. At least I'm having fun anyway, and I I totally understand where people could not experience that fun too. I get it, and I mean I'm playing the game literally at the end of its life, right? So I can't imagine being there day one and some of this stuff. Probably pretty unacceptable. Hey Figs, how's it going, buddy? Okay, cool. But also the ones who play it played it once, and then people's are cock. Oh, I don't know anything about that, but Thumb tonight. Right on, right on. You might play more Guild. No, hey, I would play Guild Wars too. You know what? Actually, guess what? So my brother might be upgrading his computer, and I might be getting his sloppy seconds, and he's got a way better machine than I do. And you don't need an amazing machine to play Guild Wars, right? Which is funny. My old computer, like I think I was telling you, can play Guild Wars no problem. It looked great. It ran clean, everything. But the computer started to just get slow, I guess. So I went to Best Buy of all places to get a computer, and the specs were all better to run like what I'm doing now are better. But like I can't even play Guild Wars, right? So I was like, oh my god. So anyway, long story short is he might, I don't know when, but over the next little while probably be upgrading so I can. I'm lucky enough to be able to get like his computer, and he's playing some like Diablo 3 and stuff. Like I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but those are games that would be nice to play on a computer. So hopefully I can sprinkle in some Guild Wars. That'd be nice. Oh, it plays a little bit like. Did you mean like Call of Duty? Is that what you're kind of saying? Yeah, no. Hey, don't get me wrong. Halo's whatever. Didn't really care for Halo. It was fun, but definitely wasn't about that Halo life. So I don't know. We'll see. Like I say, I'm not here to like pick sides or tell people what to like and stuff. I was just curious as to if anybody's interested in some of that stuff. I made a list the other day for upcoming releases just to see what's coming out, so that I'm aware of it, so I can add it to like my okay. Well, these are some games we're looking forward to this year, which is funny because Destiny I think comes out on the 6th, and then like a week or two, I think it's 2 weeks after that. What's it called? Comes out. Marvel vs. Capcom. Playing 2 games is just that's a lot of time. So I'm sort of going back and forth in my head. I'm like, oh, if I had to pick one, which one would I pick? Oh no, hey, yeah, no, I would totally, of course, get that one for sure. I just need the actual computer to play it. Warframe is a free game in the. Oh, okay, sorry. So that is an actual game. I haven't heard of it. Troy got the hook up today, grab some stuff. Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm good, Keeman. How you doing, buddy? I played Kingdom Hearts 1. I love that game. I thought it was absolutely awesome when it came out. 2, I think, was Gears of War out at that time? I feel like it was around there somewhere. That's PlayStation 2. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm thinking way too far ahead. Regardless, I forget. I kind of like skipped it. Then I started playing it and I just couldn't get into it. That intro took so long and it just felt to me like so un-Kingdom Hearts like. My stepbrother, he loves the series, so I got to kind of see the game where it was going through him. And then it became more Kingdom Hearts like, which is good, but I feel like I'm so out of it that I'll probably just watch some Let's Plays instead of picking that up. But I'm happy that it's coming out. A lot of, like, a big fan base for that stuff. For good reason, too. Did you guys see, for my fighting fans out there, did you guys see at Gamescom, the new Dragon Ball FighterZ Z trailer? With the new characters? That game's looking fire. They showed a Star Wars Battlefront as well. I don't know if anybody else is interested in that. I don't really care for the Starship stuff that they showed, but I really like the first one. Again, kind of goes back to the Destiny thing I was saying, where it's you just want that break, I guess, and you just want to play a video game real quick. Shooters, for me, like they can kind of be like that. So, yeah, I'm digging a lot of that stuff coming out. Gears of War was amazing. I had an excellent time when the first one came out. I played a lot of that. I think I bought my Xbox for Gears of War as well. And Gears of War 2 is, I loved Gears of War 2. Gears of War 2 was the shit. 3, and I just stopped playing after the second one. A lot of good memories with Gears of War 1 and 2 though. I had like a really good group of people I played with. That's one of the things I'm worried about with Destiny, because everybody says, right? Because in a lot of ways it is like an MMO, right? Is that I don't have a lot of friends that are playing. So it's like, I don't know. Star Wars Battlefront 2? Yeah. Hey Dennis, how's it going, man? Oh, I forgot to. What's that? Sorry, trying out your inking brush is. Oh, thank you, man. Glad it's working out for you. I forgot to say this earlier at the the beginning of the stream. I definitely didn't say it because nobody was here, but should have probably said it for those watching the recorded version. But regardless, so I just made a Patreon post yesterday, and what it is I'm going to be pulling away from social media for a while, just to unplug. Uh, for reasons. So if you're on Patreon, don't worry, everything's still going to become the same. I'm still going to be posting JESOP King. There's still going to be videos and stuff coming out, except the streams are, I don't know, like right now is a rare one, but they might be once a week, they might be once every other week, they might be once a month, might be once every 2 months, I don't know. I'm just trying to focus on the artwork and all that stuff. And to be fair, don't get me wrong, streaming is just clicking a button, right? There's not a lot of work involved in streaming. Uh, but streaming is just one side of it. It's all the other things where it's like I like to post everywhere and I'll still post places. It's just like I'm like I think everybody else with social media stuff, right? Like you'll check something, let's say Instagram. Instagram is actually a really good example. More so than Facebook for me, but like if I post an image on Instagram, I'll quickly go real quick and just quickly thumb up a couple times just to see what everybody I'm following, what they're posting and stuff. But I've noticed, and I'm catching myself going to my phone quite a bit, and I don't like that. And I don't and like I'm not even going there to like check updates or anything like that. It's like I'm just checking it, and then when I'm there, it's like, do you guys have this? Do you guys find this? Once you're in your social media doing whatever, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, whatever of your choice that you frequent a lot, is once I'm in there, like I'm checking stuff. Like I have a routine. Like I'll start with Twitter because haven't really been on Twitter too long, so I can just quickly check like the first thing that pops up, and then I'll go right to Instagram, and then I'll end with, I think then I go to Facebook, and then I check my emails or something like that. And I could do that routine, no joke, like probably like 20 times a day. That sounds about right. So I'm gonna start putting the cell phone away from me when I get home from work and stuff. So anyway, I just want to give you guys that update. You know, not that I'm leaving or anything like that, but if I'm quiet or if you don't get a reply in a while or something, whatever, that's the reason why. So that inking brush is exactly what you look for. Well, that makes me happy. I'm glad, man. Awesome. Thanks for letting me know. Hey, Key Guy, how's it going? Guess you're getting to the end of this JESOP story. How many more pages are you looking forward to a break from it? Or so there's 58, 59 pages, something like that. So we're wrapping up page 53 right now. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it being done because then I get to change the way this is. Like right now, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like for the people on Patreon, there's no buffer right now, and everybody on Patreon's been getting the pages a week in advance. So I'm already, I have nothing left in my buffer. So when I finish these 3 pages tonight, I get a little sigh of relief because that's like, okay, well, that just gave me a week and 1 update advanced. You know what I mean? And it's not a good feeling, and I've never wanted to experience that feeling. And there's multiple reasons for that, right? Like one, not always working on the project, taking on other work, just a bunch of stuff. But that's not something I've ever wanted to experience with it. And now that it's here, it's like, god damn. So I can't actually wait until this story is done, so that the future stories I tell, I've already made it clear that the updates between comics could be a month, it could be 2 months, and I'm okay with that because I'm changing up the format. Right now it's currently in that you update like multiple times a week to maintain retention, but I like, and I've said this a bunch of times too, I think that's a dead and dying model right now, because I'm using myself as an example, and you guys can agree with me or disagree with me, let me know in the chat. The way I'm looking at it is that everybody consumes media and binges media. That's the new thing. It's been like that for a while now. If you want something, you want to be able to get it now, and you want to be able to watch as much of it as possible, right? So, if I was telling like a gag strip or a joke or something like that, then, you know, updating once or twice a week probably makes more sense. But right now, that's not how this comic goes. This comic is very much, it's 58 pages, right? So it's a story. There's a narrative that's in there, and you're actually incentivized to wait and come back to read this. But because of how I started it, the pressure is on me that I still have to continue to update it as if people were coming every day. Because there are those few people that are, and you know, I don't want to let them down. But that's why I need to change, because I'm using a very, in my opinion, again, a very old model of making a webcomic. But and I don't want to shit on it. I mean, to be fair, it got me here, right? And that's great. That's great. So yes, I'm very much looking forward to this story being done so I can move on to the next stuff. But my brain's been thinking, like, I also just took on some client work as well, right? And I've shared that with you guys. And that one's going to be like a big project. So there might be like a gap in JESOP King content, and I'm okay with that. I mean, it sucks on one hand, but on the other hand, it's like, it's okay, right? Because I've set out to do kind of what I wanted to do with this. Not that I mean like by any means that I'm done with it at all. I'm just saying that there's a lot more that is going to come from this project. But when I change the schedule up and all that sort of thing, I have some plans. Let's just put it that way. I don't want to make it more complicated than it sounds. Like I know where I'm rambling in it, and it is sounding more complicated than it is. But definitely there's more stories and stuff, and like you guys have also challenged me and made me think of some stuff a little bit more once, you know, we get moving a little bit further on this story, once it's done, you know, with like pitching to certain comic companies like Image or stuff like that. I'm not saying that's what I'll do, but it's something that I'm definitely going to be thinking about, which is good, which is great. So yes, lots of cool stuff coming up. But yeah, definitely taking a little sidestep away from social media just because it's not, like I say, I don't want to be, and I know I am addicted to my phone. I don't like that idea. I don't like addiction. The thought of addiction to me makes my skin crawl, even as lame as like a cell phone thing, right? And I'm classifying it as an addiction. You guys might be doing the same thing as I am, and you wouldn't consider it that, and that's fine. I was just thinking, like, I know we can't time travel and go back to the good old days, but I was literally remembering maybe a week ago when I come home from school, high school, like cell phones, like what the frig, man, the cell phones I had growing up, they're like those flip phones, right? Like, and I never texted on those, very rarely, because it was such a pain in the ass to text. You'd have to press, like, I think it was like the number, what was it? Number 5 was the letter T, but it was like the third one, so you'd hit like 555. That would be T. Stupid stuff like that. But it was just like, if you wanted to call a friend, you call a friend. If you wanted to hang out with somebody, you call them. What are you doing? Or you just show up, that kind of stuff. But not necessarily in the social aspect of where I'm kind of going right now. I just mean also coming home and like drawing. There's less distractions. It's still making posts and stuff and sharing with people. I think as artists, it's you have to be on social media. Unless, if the only way you don't have to be on social media, in my opinion, is that you're just that good, where people are coming to you from every angle, that you don't have to make people come to you in some way. If you're one of those lucky people, then awesome. But most of us, we're probably not. So participating in the point of sharing, and like if like one of you guys or girls has a question or leaves a comment, it's different to reply to that comment, but just doing that as opposed to the scroll that happens after that, and then like, well, I'm already here, and it's so quick to like just go check out some updates and stuff. You know what I mean? So anyway, let me just catch up with what all these really cool people are coming in here and chatting around. Justin, remember that drawing you sent me about? I don't. I'm sorry. Key Guy's saying he's a YouTube and Pinterest junkie. No more, no Facebook. Awesome. Wayne, how's it going, buddy? When you get a chance, check out the book, an audiobook, Deep Focus. Help me. You know what? I've actually heard of that book. I'm a big productivity junkie, even though I wish I was more productive based on the stuff that I've read. But that book has definitely popped up from time to time. But you know what? I'm gonna check it out. Does it not focus on like some studies, like in the crux of the book is what, some science, some bro science, some real science, I don't know, of putting yourself in an area where there's nothing to distract you, and you can just focus on that work, and you hit like a rhythm. I forget what they call it. I think some artists, and I could be wrong, but I might be paraphrasing this, but some artists, especially when you're inking, you'll get, it's called, like, some people call it like the flow or zen, where it's like, okay, if you can sit down, like, you'll build your head up into like, oh, I gotta work tonight, I gotta draw, but if you just sit down and you start inking, let's say you're drawing, at about like 45 minutes or like 30 minutes, there's a part, and I've noticed it too. I mean, it's a little different when I'm streaming because I'm talking and I'm always, distracted that way. But like if I'm rambling, like right now, it's sort of like you get into a part where like time, it feels like time slows down, but it's actually accelerating, or another way around there, where you're not even aware of what's going on and you're just kind of in it, in the moment. And there's supposed to be I've heard of stuff like that. Deep Focus audiobook. Thank you for reminding me about that. So yeah, I think in that book they have like some case studies and stuff where they show like some science examples. I could be wrong, but yeah, thanks, man. Dennis, I do the same thing, although only Facebook. I find it, I avoid doing the stuff I'm struggling with. Right on, I hear you, man. How's it going, Dado? John, I'm removing my internet at house tomorrow. Just to let you know, the feeling is mutual. Maybe it's something going... Okay, no. Oh, yeah, hey. It could be. So you're removing the internet at your house? Now, that's bold. That is interesting. The binge culture, it's bad and good. I hear you, man. AK is chiming in. Social media addiction like Twitter. Someone called Spoonie, who was like popular in... That guy with glasses gets 5K Patreon. Okay, I'm not quite sorry. It's pretty broken up. He gets 5K in Patreon, but because of his addiction on Twitter, he now earns far less. Okay, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it's semi-scientific, and you're right. It's the things some artists talk about when they get into the zone. Okay, cool. Distraction free. I agree. And no, like I'm just saying, I know, I remember that's where this is coming from. I remember going back in time in my head of growing up and coming home and just, you know, eventually just sitting down and drawing, or when I used to work on paper, I'd say, before I bought it was like a what are they called, a netbook, if you guys remember those laptops. I bought one of those because I saw an artist make a post on Facebook or something about it. I was like, that's so sick. I didn't have an iPad. I don't even think iPads are out, or if they were so expensive that there was no way I was buying one. And then they would put it on their drafting table so you could get reference. Oh my god, imagine a time where you needed magazines for reference and stuff, right? So eventually I got into that, and then I started streaming, and it just started getting out of hand. Like, I get it, trust me. Guys, girls, everybody in here. If you are a artist, if you are an artist, is that how you say? If you are an artist, there we go. You have to be on social media, period, unless you're amazing and people are coming to you. Okay. Okay. So now that that's a fact, or at least that's a fact that I'm willing to accept. That means you kind of have to choose how you plug in and plug out, I guess. You know what? I was actually, now that I'm kind of talking about this, you guys know how I love Dave Raposa. If you guys don't know who he is, go read Steve Lichman, or even just type Dave Raposa. I don't know if you'll like his stuff. I hope you do. Regardless, I feel like I rarely hear from him. Like, see any posts. I see them like randomly. And I know that dude, at least he comes across as being a super busy guy, right? And then I look at other people like, what's that other cat's name? Marco, I always fuck up his last name. Djurjevic, is that his name? Six More Vodka, if that sounds familiar, that guy. Same thing, like I rarely hear anything from these people. Now I would imagine that they all obviously communicate with each other, right? Like, once you start to notice, I know this is true, whether you guys have heard of this or not, but once you get to a point where, like, you're a certain level of professional, your social circle decreases, but it then increases in the amount of like-minded professionals that'll hang out. So, like, Skype chats and group chats and stuff like that with other professionals that are tied to their desk or art table willingly, right? But they need to get work done, but we're social creatures, right? So they'll all be on, like, Skype, just in the background, sort of like, you guys will always hear, or if you've always heard, what's it called, the Marvel bullpen, right? When back in the day with, like, the Kirby's and all those cats, where they would all be in New York and they'd all be in the same little studio space drawing comics. It's the same kind of thing. You need something, so that does happen, but I don't know. There's, like, this limit, and I know I'm definitely hitting it, because there'll be nights when I don't even draw, and it's like, but if I looked at how many times I just clicked on my phone, just for, like, a small period of time, it's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing. Your English is infecting. It's all good, man. Overpusher, injecting crack cocaine directly into my testicles helps me concentrate. That's an interesting technique. Seems expensive. Hey, Pop Poop, how's it going? Welcome. Dado, remember when I asked about if Joe Mad would be able to create battle chasers today? That's the core idea. Okay, funny how this is all circled back. I think those big ideas are not popping because of that high explosion, I think. We are putting ourselves. Dave is too busy creating with no internet. Yeah, I hear. Brad Ringney. Yep. Yeah. All these cats. Yep. No. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. We're all on the same page with that stuff. Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. Whatever. I just want to let you guys know. Not that most of you I know don't care at all, but I just want to put it out there. Like, if you guys are noticing, or the reason why, like the streams will slow down, or if it takes me a little while to get back to you guys, that's why. It's tough. I'll tell you that right now. Here's an example. You want to hear sad first world problems? Like, get over it, John. Right? Hear this. So I was just talking about Destiny, and I'm playing the first one. Just trying to, like, have fun. Just relax, have a little bit of fun. And there's a lot of loading times in that game. Like, a lot of loading times. It's ridiculous. So I'm sitting there looking at the loading screen, and you can imagine immediately what pops into my head. flip with the phone. You know, like, what else are you doing? I'm sitting here waiting. And it bugged me that my brain went to that. And I think most people's do, and I get why. And it's a great way to pass time. Trust me, if you're like an entrepreneur or something like that, having that, like, don't get me wrong, a cell phone is a magical thing. Today's world is a beautiful place. You know, you're able to reach a vast amount of people that could potentially give you money, or you can be working on deals. You can keep writing your story. You can draw. You can take pictures. You can chat. You can do all the things, right? It's the internet. It's amazing. It's awesome. But at the same time, what I was noticing is that maybe that might be an okay instance where it's not an addiction, but it's the fact that in downtime I can distract myself in multiple ways as opposed to just dealing with what I'm currently working at or looking at, right? So again, just to get off that horse, if you guys want to keep talking about it, we can talk about it. It's cool. But like this deep focusing, thank you for reminding me about that, because that's definitely something I'm going to give a listen to. See if there's some nice strats in there. Well, I think that's why this page looks different. Oh, I got it. Forgot to change the color here. Is this one the same way? Let me see. No, this one's blue. Interesting. Alright, well, let's close these up. Inks. Oops. Put the color. Yeah, we'll do it here. Color. Where did I end off? It was tears, wasn't it? Right here. That's where we were. Okay, so I'm going to use a bluish color. Daldo, you know what's bizarre? Today, as an example, the fact you deliver a 3-hour streamed made me focus producing during the alts. Oh man, sorry, that English is a little broken up there. The fact that I delivered a 3-hour stream made you focus. Produce during all time. Oh, you mean okay? If let me know if I'm understanding you right. So I put a video up on my channel that was a pre-stream of an older video, and because that went up, you were able to use that to help you focus. Is that what you're saying? Kind of like the radio, I guess, eh? Alright, let's draw Momo up here. Momo flats. I will say too, I recorded the inking of these 3 pages. What I plan on doing is kind of going back a little bit to the old style of streaming. No, not streaming, of the channel, right? So those are recorded. All I have to do is record audio over top of them. So they'll be like, like 5 to 10 minute videos. So those will definitely come back. I don't want to. The main reason I stream even this is so you guys can see the process of what I'm doing, in case it helps you in any way. If you guys end up making a comic or a webcomic or whatever, right? That I've said that a whole bunch of times. That's not ever going to change, but definitely going to slow down like the streams and stuff. But videos will still come out, so don't worry. You do a lot of me, Raposa videos, and Lewis Rossman. I've never heard of that guy. Oh, he's a tech guy. I do use talks in the back. Okay, yeah, okay. No, it's all good, dude. Pop, mind if I shamelessly plug? It's my first webcomic. Yeah, absolutely. For those watching the recorded version, I don't know if it's an adult webcomic or anything, but if you wanted to check out Pop Poop, it's a webcomic. You can go to Tapas. So tapis.io. Or if you want, I think tapastic.com still works for now, but they've rebranded to Tapis. And just search for Cynics, or yeah, 6-in-1. That's the name of the comic. Sixinone, all one word. Excuse me, Jesus. I was gonna say and then I hit puberty all of a sudden. Yeah, I'll be here for a little bit. Enjoy your dinner, bud. I actually have there's a guy that I work with, and I know like a person that I've known for a while, and they both have said like they don't have Facebook accounts, and they've never had Facebook accounts. I can't like imagine a world without Facebook. Not that it's like it's the greatest thing ever, but I'm just like that like surprises me. It's like those two people that I know. They're like time machines, you know. Sorry, so Pop's just saying I'd probably rate his comic, his webcomic, to mature due to violent scenes and dark stuff in future pages. Okay, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So how's your webcomic going? What are your pros and cons? You got any advice to share with people that might want to start their own? No, I haven't watched My Hero Academia. Academia, they say. I was on Twitch earlier today while I was looking for something to listen to, and there was somebody, I don't know who it was. They were drawing. Actually, it's funny. A print or a poster or something of that anime, dude. I think you would have liked it. It was all in like a painted look too. It was nice. It was real nice. Hey, Jojo. What's up, buddy? Hey, Pop. Cultivation. How you doing? How you doing? Troy, that cage that Jessup has destroyed reminds me of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, the cage that Baby grew. I still have to see that movie, man. I feel like I'm never gonna watch it. I'll watch it like just before the new Avengers comes out.
Oh wow, actually, you know what, Pop? Thank you for saying that. Do you happen to know if that person uses a Mac? Because somebody just left a message on that video asking me if they work on a Mac, and there hasn't been much traffic on that video in a while, so it'd be kind of funny if that was you. Not you, but the person you recommended. Hey, Jojo. How you doing, Papa? You wanna look outside? Hey Rip, how's it going? I am using Clip Studio Paint, or Manga Studio 5. You might know it as. Okay, is that all of them here? Yeah, okay. So I think now we're just doing Mexiad here. Okay. Baby Driver? No, haven't seen that one. The last movie I saw was Spider-Man. The last movie I saw before that, like I just saw Guardians of the Galaxy 1 this year for the first time. Trying to think, like what else? Can you guys start throwing some names out of movies that came out this year? Like even I wanted to, but I didn't go see Wonder Woman. I feel like there's been other movies that came out this year that let me see. I just don't go to movies. It's just my problem. And then I don't watch them even though you can stream them and stuff either. Let's see here. All right, movies released in 2017. Let's see that list. All right, Wonder Woman. Definitely haven't seen. Justice League, that's not out yet, but I know I won't see that. Spider-Man, saw that. Didn't see the Dark Tower. Dunkirk, didn't see that. Guardians, no. Thor, I want to see Thor, but we'll see if I actually go. It's got the Hulk in it, so I'm more than sure that I'll push myself to see it. Logan, I just recently saw that. Star Wars, that's a no-brainer. But what did I see before Spider-Man? Let me see here. I still haven't seen Kong. I heard that's supposed to be really good. Blade Runner looks interesting. What did I see? I think, you know what? It might have just been Power Rangers. That might have been the movie I saw before. So when did Power Rangers come out? Let me see. Release date. January. Okay, so since January, I haven't seen a movie in the theaters until Spider-Man came out. So that's my life. What are you posting there, Dado? Oh, it's your webcomic. Okay, yeah, no problem. No, I mean, obviously, yeah, I don't want people just spamming links to like download random things. I just don't want anybody getting viruses. I mean, it's up to you guys. Download whatever you want. I didn't know what you were posting there. That's cool. Oh, nice. Yeah, Troy's definitely a movie buff. That's for sure. I think I don't know, I'm too lazy to actually go out to the movie theater. And then it's like I spend my money on certain things, and unless a movie is something that I've seen, I'm like, holy shit, I have to see it. I'm like so freaking tight with my cash. I'm like, no, I'm not spending it. Movies are too expensive. Too expensive. And then the flip side comes out where it's like, okay, well, now you can watch it for free these places, and it's like, I could watch it for free, or I could just do something else. I don't know. It's pretty stupid, and I realize that. All right, well, I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight, you guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys popping in. Like I said, it was just gonna be a little shorter of a stream. But yeah, I appreciate all your time and all your help and all the links you guys provided me for me to check out, especially this Deep Focus audiobook. Thank you so much. I'm going to check that out. And I will catch you guys on the flip side. If you guys are on Patreon, cool. If not, that's fine too. If you guys want to be up to date with all like the JESOP King stuff and my projects and all those fun little things, whatever, by all means, you can. There's links below to all these places online. like in the description, you can check out. Also, I have a mailing list now, so if you guys would like to, if you'd like to be able to follow me through a mailing list without having to follow me on a social site or anything like that, you can plug in an email below. Although I think you have to be on Facebook. I don't think you need a Facebook account, but I think I don't know. I'll have to look into that. But anyway, so there's that, and to keep you up to date with all the conventions that I go to, and again, anything that's coming out and stuff like that. So anyway, thank you guys so much, and like usual, you guys keep reading comics, keep making comics, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye bye.